What's up, guys? I'm in my greenhouse this morning and I'm working on some hydroponics. So you can see my hydroponic lettuce back there. It's a hydroponic romaine lettuce that I got growing, and I just got them growing in some old water troughs right there. The algae's kind of bad on them, but they seem to be doing really well as far as that goes. And you see my strawberries to the side, they're planted in the ground. But this morning, what we're working on is tomatoes. Now, this is my redneck ingenuity right here. I got me another one of these little feed troughs, and you could tell that even those back there, the lettuce, the romaine lettuce, is actually growing on a milk crate. Because I tried to do the little fancy floating rafts and all that stuff. It just didn't work. The whole tray with the floating raft and the semi-crack key, because I changed it to crack key after the floating raft started dying, it failed. So we went to milk crates. Everything's working, so that's the redneck way I'm going with it right now. But I've got two of them set up on milk crates right here. I do have a bubbler. You can see it in the background. But I'm also going for some 5-gallon buckets. Now, I do have the cat litter buckets here. And I got my little cup sitting like an appropriate hydroponic cup here. It was just one that my wife had. She had about 12 of them. And they already had the little holes in the bottom, but I feel like with tomatoes, they're going to have some big roots. So I cut some of them out, drilled me a hole. Fits just like that. But I figured I'd bring y'all along with my hydroponic setup process here. I eventually would like to do the Dutch bucket setup, but a little late in the year already, and my tomatoes should have been in the ground. In the greenhouse, really, my tomatoes probably should have been here about February. But it's April, and here we are. So we're just going to do a little short run experiment. This will give us, I think, 10. Is it 10? It'll be 10 tomatoes in here total. 2 in the big tank, and then 8 in the 5-gallon bucket. So let's see what I'm gonna do here. So I just got my drill, my attachment. I'll do it on the 5-gallon bucket this time because that's what's up next. I'll take it, I try to center it best I can, and then I just let it ride. Like that. Take this off. It's the cool thing about this drill attachment right here. It's got like a spring on it right there that keeps it from sucking up and making it hard to get out. I just take it, drill a big hole in it. Gotta make sure I keep that plastic so I can throw it in the trash. And we're good to go. All you gotta do then is take you one of these little, you can get the net cups or whatever, but like I said, this already had holes in it. It's just like a little planting cup she got from Amazon or something. She does those little resale pallets, so I stole it from her inventory. Little joker fits in there perfect. We're just gonna put the tomato in there with the mix. I'll show you that in just a second. Hang tight. All right, I got all my buckets drilled out. I got all my little holders in there. I don't know if you can see down there, but I got all them in there and opened up. Next comes the fertilizer. Now I use a master blend fertilizer. I get it out of Morgan County Seeds in like Oregon, and then I got a little bit of calcium nitrate and then some Epsom salt because that's what's recommended. So that's what I'm going with. And that, like I said, I can tell you from experience that master blend is some good stuff. Some real good stuff. So we're going to, basically I got it mixed up. I got, I think it's 12 grams master blend, 12 grams of calcium nitrate, and 6 grams of Epsom salt. Because these are 5-gallon buckets. And that's about what it equates to for 5 gallons. So we're throwing that joker in there. I actually converted it to pounds, I ain't going to lie. So I have 0.03 pounds. 0.03 pounds and 0.15 pounds because that's how my scale reads. But that's what I'm going with. It's approximate, it ain't exact. But I'm gonna throw it in there. We're gonna throw some water to it, and we're gonna get these plants settled. So watch along. So I already got it pre-done in these little cups. I did that last night. So I'm just gonna literally add it down in there on each of them. I'll come back with the water hose and fill it up. And I should be good to go. I almost forgot. The most important part of this thing that's gonna make it work, because it's not a Dutch bucket or anything, is my aerator right there. I gotta get it hooked up. So I got it kind of set up on a cinder block there. I got the got an extension cord run for it because we do have power in here. Now I just gotta drill some holes for the hose to go through. I don't even know where I put the hose at the moment. There it is. So I gotta run that hose through each of these buckets. I got 8 emitters for the air stones. So I'm gonna run some independent holes for that real quick. We're gonna get that wired in. not work how it had. But okay. See if we can get a little bit better this time. Don't get in no hurry. The secret to not breaking your lid, I guess. Don't get in a hurry. See, there's the air stains right there that we're going to tap in to that hose. I'll have to clean that up with a pocket knife a little bit. Clean that up with a pocket knife. Let me get all these done. All right, so all I'm doing, I'm taking the hose, running it through the hole, making sure it's kind of close to the bottom, and then taking the rest of it and making sure that it's long enough to reach my emitter down here, and then hooking the two up. Ah, terrible camera work. So the little air stain, it literally just slides right on the hose, just like that. But what I do first, let's see if I can turn it a little bit, is I obviously put it through the hole. I gotta pop that lid back on. Put it through the hole, put the air stain on. I should be good to go. Hypothetically speaking, at least. Hypothetically speaking. So try to make sure it's sitting on the bottom. This lid's a pain to latch. But we almost ready. Just gotta fill them up with water now. We'll fill them up with water and we'll get the plants settled in. Maybe we will get done with this morning. Okay, got all of them filled up with water. Got the things put back in them. I've honestly been dropping plants already. This one looks a little sad, but that's because, well, he was kind of dried out, so he'll probably bounce back. But I'm not doing anything at all fancy with these. I'm literally just taking a plant and sticking it in the water right there. I didn't fill it all the way up, obviously, so it just touches the bottom roots down in there. Let me turn around and show it to you. So like I said, I didn't fill it all the way up. I just want them to touch that bottom root right there. That's gonna keep them moist. I do have some gravel at home because we live on a gravel road. So I know a lot of people use like the rock wool and the Hydroponic and the perlite and stuff to kind of fill up their little reservoir so they sit a little more stable. I don't know if I need that, but if I feel like I do, I'm going to use gravel because gravel's what we have and we live on a gravel road. But I mean, if you look at the ones right here in the using the milk crates for stability, I mean, I literally popped them out of the seed tray with the Miracle Grow, which was terrible this year, but the Miracle Grow potting soil on it, and literally just stuck them in a cube, and you could tell almost all of it's falling off. And I mean, they seem to be growing fine. I'm going to have them on strings for support, so I don't know that the base is necessarily like going to need to be like super stable or anything with rocks. But I got to do one more thing. I got to turn on the air stones because the air stones aren't on yet. You can tell the one in my big 50-gallon tank's on, but it's run separately. So let's turn the air stones on. Let's give you a back view here of some of this beautiful lettuce we have. Really excited about that lettuce. I wasn't expecting it to turn out that well. I don't know if you can hear it humming, but I got it on. And we live out here in the country, and I don't usually have a problem with the greenhouse flooding when it rains, but it's happened before. So put a little brick there to keep my electricity off the ground. That should be fine. I got my other one the same way. Hopefully we won't have any issues with that. Don't want anybody getting electrocuted. But let's see how this water pump's working with these little buckets, see if it's working right. So I'm gonna just pick them up. You can kind of tell it's swirling around in there and bubbling. That's pretty good. That one is too. I believe they're all working. Oh yeah. So some of them better than others, but I can adjust them with those little screw caps, those little white screw caps. But yeah, they're all working. You see everything swirling and bubbling? Even that one. So I think this is gonna work. I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna leave that air on like 24/7. I don't know if that part's necessary, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna leave it on 24/7. I know these are in 5-gallon buckets, so they're eventually gonna run out of water. So it'll be fun to see how I'm gonna refill those. I'll probably just use the same nutrient solution. I probably won't dump the old out or anything. Probably just go for it. But y'all hang tight, and I guess we'll just update on the progress as we go. See y'all next time.